Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this, then that means I have finished my little art project and I posted it, so yay, future us. But yeah, I am going to be painting my own canvas. And if you're someone that's like me, who when inspiration sparks, you kind of have to just do it in the moment, well, that is the situation right now. So I'm home and I don't really have any necessary things I need to paint the canvas, but what I do have is the canvas. What I want to do is I want to actually cut it in half to create two canvases. But before I even decide to start painting it and doing all of that fancy work, I am going to steam it and then I'm gonna cut it. If you're like me and inspiration hits you, and if you don't do it in the moment, you'll never do it. That's what's happening to me right now. And I guess that's a pretty good lesson as well, is that even if you don't have all of the necessary parts to create what you want to create, just start small and just do it anyway. And done is better than perfect. And I know, because this is my first time ever painting a canvas, that it is going to be different and maybe not what I'm actually envisioning. But I want to do it anyway, and I want to have fun doing it, so I'm going to take you along to see me hopefully do this in a way that's interesting and fun and shows that anyone can do it. Okay, so I'm going to put it on top right now. And like I said, this canvas is pretty big, so I'm gonna try to do it bit by bit. And hopefully it works out. I did try to iron it on the floor last time, but the iron really wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And I've had this canvas for almost 3 years now, and I was supposed to paint it like 3 years ago. So yeah, I think it's time. And it's gonna get done, even if it's not like the best. And I know there's probably way easier ways to be doing this, but you know, when inspiration strikes, you just gotta do with what you have at the moment. And I am basically MacGyvering this right now and working with what I've got. Okay, so I think for right now, this is pretty good on how I want it to look, so I can start steaming it. The wrinkles have been here for a while now, so I'm not really sure if even steaming it will take them out, but I'm going to try anyway and be very hopeful. It does have a really weird smell, and I don't like the smell at all. Yeah, I don't know, I can't even explain how it smells. It's just funky and it doesn't really smell good, so I'm probably gonna open my windows just to be safe. Yeah, it smells, so let me do that right now. Before I keep going with the steaming, I have to tape back the backdrop to this. So I'm gonna just use some clear tape and hope that it'll be enough to hold it, at least for now, because I don't wanna re-wrinkle it. And because I am in a very weird situation and setting, I need to roll it as I keep bringing it back down to steam it, so that the bottom work that I just did will not be for nothing. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I think I'm gonna do it this way, because if I do it the other way, like now, see, I have to brain right now and try to figure out like which way it's gonna go. I don't think it matters. Let me see. Hopefully you can see me. I am about to start taping it. So I'm doing it like inside, which is a bit more annoying to do, but that's the proper way. If you can do this with somebody else to like help you, that would probably be best. But I'm doing this on my own right now. So, you know, it's not impossible. It's just gonna be a bit more work to get it proper enough. Okay, sun is like right in my eyes right now. Woo. Come on, don't mess it up, don't mess it up. And I will say that like also trying to record this and do it properly is a bit more work. So kudos to people who have done that already. Hi, Vivi. Come. You're okay. Come here. Think we are somewhat good. And now I'm just rolling up the parts that I already ironed. Ooh, all right. I think it worked. Now that it is steamed to the best of my ability, I am going to have help cutting it because it's so long. So I'm going to be making 2 pieces because I think it'll be more versatile that way. And this is a test run for me to see if I can even do this right and make it look good. So I'm just gonna have fun with it. And now it's time to cut. Okay. Okay. All right, I think. All right, so it's time to try to cut this properly. I cannot cut a straight line no matter how hard I try. Wish me luck because I'm gonna need it. This part I'm a little nervous about for sure. All right, Rowan, I love you. You can be here, but you can't be on it because I have to cut it. You know what I mean? Oh my God. This is not, it's fine. This is fine. It's fine.
It's fine for 5mm.
Yeah, not even that. I mean, this is all testing. And of course you could buy your own backdrops. Like, I know that. You could buy from Gravity, Zoom. There's so many backdrop businesses that do this. So you don't have to do all the work that I'm about to be doing. But I think as a creative, you want to kind of try everything once. And I have so many weird ideas, and sometimes I don't know how to like express that outwardly. So it's like if I can do it myself, and hopefully it turns out the way my brain is making the vision in my head, then, you know, that's even more fun and exciting. And I also like to do set design. Like, I'm gonna be really honest. I wish I did more set designing. So that's why I'm doing this myself. I just cut my backdrop in half now. So now I have 2, and I'm actually gonna be doing like research on what colors I want to do for these 2 backdrops. I don't know if I wanna do the same or do I wanna do something different. But yeah, so this is the end of part 1, I guess I'm gonna call it. Part 1 of me doing a DIY canvas backdrop. And it'll be like a second for you, but it'll probably be like a week for me when I'm doing the next step. So let's roll it. Hi everyone, it's another day, and today I'm heading to Home Depot. Yes, I had to practice saying that because I usually say Home Depot, but it's Home Depot. But yeah, we're heading there today, and we're going to get the paint and all the other necessities that I needed for these canvases. And I'm so excited because it's finally going to exist. And I'm gonna just show you the colors that I'm going to be picking and the process. Obviously, this is not like a tutorial, so if you're looking for a tutorial on painting canvases, this is definitely not it. More or less me learning and experiencing it and seeing if it's even possible and if it comes out good. So if you are looking for tutorials, there are multiple tutorials on YouTube that you can watch to make your paint your canvases. I would definitely Google that and check it out. There were a few that I've looked up throughout the years, and I'm finally going to just do it and hopefully make something really, really beautiful. So come along with me and let's make some art. I don't really like recording outside because people just kind of like stare at you like you're weird, which I get it, right? Like I am kind of weird. But yeah, so these are the colors that I got. I got Nightclub. Oh wait, I got Nightclub, which is like a blue gray, and then Basil, right? Fresh Basil, which is like a nice green. And what I'm going to be doing is hopefully creating those like fine art colors that we usually see in painted backdrops. So I'm excited, and I hope it's going to turn out the way my brain is. Oops, crashed the cart. But I hope it turns out the way I'm envisioning it in my head. And if it doesn't, then that's also okay. But I think it'll be good. What a weirdo! We are back home, and this is the setup we have right now. My amazing husband Brian is going to be helping me. You know, teamwork makes the dream work, and I want to do this as quickly as possible too, because my brain it gets bored very easily. So I think with two brains we'll be good. So let's get painting. First thing we're really doing right now is just going to cover the whole canvas, and then we'll be able to like add that, like those special effects, or I don't know what you want to call it, texture? Yeah, I think that's the right word. All the little texture in the backdrop. But I just want to have a fully covered canvas first. We finished the first coat, and we are actually going to start the second backdrop now, which is a different color. It's going to be kind of like a blue-gray. It took us about maybe 45 minutes or to an hour to actually finish painting this one. There's two of us, so it definitely went a bit faster than if you were doing it on your own, but it was not as long as I thought it would be. Right now we also have the fan going. Hopefully it'll make the drying process faster. I have no doubt in my mind we'll be doing this probably till like 10 p.m. at night, but you know, that's what it is to be a creative, right? You do it 24 hours, 7 days a week, and hopefully you'll have an amazing significant other, partner, friend, or family that's willing to do the crazy stuff with you. So shout out to my love for helping me, because it makes it so much more easier. You can definitely see some patches that a second coat will cover, and then that's our little fan. I'm sure it's gonna take forever, but it's also really warm in here, and the warmth helps paint dry faster. So hopefully this will be dry soon. We just finished the first coat of the midnight bluish color that I have, and it went by so fast. I think because the brand Bear might be better than the Glidden brand, and it just flowed better. I think also this one might have a primer in it, the Bear, and the Glidden does not. So you could even see the difference in when you roll, like the Bear color seems to soak it up more smoothly, whereas the Glidden still has a bit more patches. I'm gonna show you the difference now, and then it's time to kind of, I guess, decorate them. We're doing a somewhat second coat on the green one, not fully 100% because I'm exhausted, and honestly I want this over with already. So we're not gonna do a second coat, even though I think, and I would suggest doing a second coat, but again, this is not a tutorial, so don't follow me. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half, I think. I don't know if you can tell, but my mood is just like dropped drastically. My puppy's been really stressing me. She also wasn't feeling too well, so my husband and I were like focusing on that. And then the idea I had to create like the texture on the backdrop, it just wasn't working. So I definitely got a bit disappointed. No, that's not. I got a bit discouraged because I'm tired, but also because I thought the idea would have worked, and unfortunately it's not. But thankfully my husband, of course, you know, an engineer, he figured something out. Now we're doing it and it's actually coming out really good. And I'm gonna show you the little annoying dog that's been bothering us as we're trying to paint. So this is my puppy Rowan, who's been giving us a lot of issues because she wants to be in everything, as you can see. This is how it's looking so far. I think it's okay for the first time. It is the next day and I am so exhausted. I definitely underestimated how my body was going to feel after painting 2 backdrops. And I also had help, so I can only imagine how complicated it would be if you're doing this on your own. It's done. It's not perfect, but it's definitely done. And I think that's better than not even trying. And I would always get stuck not trying because I was afraid of it not coming out the way it's supposed to, or, you know, at least in my head how I want it to look. And I think a lot of people are like that as well, because we're constantly fed this idea that everything is perfect on the first try. But I'm new at this and I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. And to me, like, I want to have fun being new at something. I want to have fun kind of like learning the process and actually taking time to do something and make those mistakes so that in the future I can get good at it, and I'm going to be proud of myself for getting to where I am with all the time that it took to learn. Something else I definitely have to learn is how to talk to the camera. Of course, that'll be probably for another video, but this video is going to be long already, so I'm going to just show you how they look. I definitely am more proud of the green one. I had more help on the green one, so maybe that's why. My husband Brian was, you know, on the floor with me, you know, sponging away, and I think the idea and the vision that I had, it looks like it, like at least close to it. And the blue one that I did mostly myself, yeah, it's not the best, but I still love the color and I think it's still very pretty as well. Now some takeaways. Number 1, you should probably do this somewhere else besides your house. I have a big empty area in my kitchen / dining space area, so I was able to do it, but it was really hard just to like maneuver in the area and also not get paint on everything, which is, you know, I don't want to have paint all over my house. So definitely try to have a space to do this in, one that you're not really worried that you're gonna mess up and get paint all over. The second thing I would say is if you're going to do one backdrop, you should have another color similar to it, either darker or lighter, because you want to create texture and depth in these backdrops, and having two colors that are very similar to each other would be really benefiting to give you that fine art style that, you know, I definitely tried to do. And that's where I kind of faltered. I only got one color of each, and thankfully I had a green that was somewhat similar to the green that I bought, but you can definitely tell that it's not in the same like family. And I think that's why I was like, damn, like it didn't come out the way that I wanted, but it looks good still. But I would say if you're doing this, always get two colors that are similar to each other, so that when you're doing the first main coat, you can add the lighter color on top. Another takeaway would be probably having a space that is aired out more so that your backdrops can dry fast. Thankfully for us, the backdrops dried fairly quickly, which was extremely helpful for us because I'm impatient as heck, and waiting for paint to dry is literally in the words, right? It takes forever and it's tedious and it's boring, and I get bored very easily. So I'm happy that we only actually had to do maybe like 1.5 coats on each of them. And of course on the green one you can kind of see some spots that we missed, but again, it's all a process. Another takeaway, and this is for people maybe with animals, my puppy was going through it when I was painting. I blocked my dogs off, but because my puppy's still really young, she was like whining for the whole time. And unfortunately, she was also having really bad stomach problems. So let's just say it was constantly running back and forth with her, as well as trying to paint. So maybe be in a space where there is no distractions. I think also my last takeaway would be to just have fun. I found myself getting very annoyed. Like I said previously, I was dealing with a lot of like issues in the space. I didn't want to paint on things. My dog was unwell, and she needed me. Then the space is a little small. Thankfully, you know, I was able to do both backdrops here, but it was a little small, and also I didn't have two colors, which was my fault. So I definitely felt like I was getting a little annoyed at myself and wanting to give up. But you know, I don't think giving up would have been the right thing to do, especially because of all the time and effort that we put into painting these. So yeah, definitely just keep going, even if it doesn't turn out the way that you want. It's all practice and it takes time, and when you keep doing it, you'll get better at it. And that's what I'm trying to tell myself, because I definitely want to do this again. I'm not going to show fully the backdrops at this time because this video is already going to be very long, but I will have a video out where I'm shooting with a model, and I'm going to show how they photograph, and I really hope they photograph well. But I was so proud of myself. I'm so grateful for the support from my husband, and just being able to do something like this and not have him look at me like I'm some crazy person. I think that's something that I'm very grateful for, and just to be able to do things that I was so afraid to do before because I listened to people and their opinions, and I also didn't feel like I was good enough at anything. I think we can be very hard on ourselves, especially as creatives. So just do it, you know? If it doesn't turn out good, then like, so what? You tried it, and that's all that matters. Thank you so much for watching this process. If you're gonna do this, I would say give yourself lots of time, lots of space, less distractions, and just have fun. I want to do more of these. I think I kind of got the bug. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I know I'm gonna need to hire a masseuse because my back is killing me. and so are my hands, but I am so happy and I can't wait to show you in the next video how they look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.